Om Bhadram Karnebi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra Thirai Rangai Stuštavamsas Tanubi Vashema Devahitam Yadayuh Sastina Indro Vruddashrava Sastina Pusha Vishwaveda Sastina Starkho Arishanemi Sastino Brahaspatir Dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Last Wednesday, we completed the study of Agama Prakaran, and we found that there were two clear parts in that Prakaran. First, we were told about the nature of truth, and then, while realizing it, we had to take 4 steps, and those 4 steps were explained up to 7th mantra. And then from mantra 8 to 12, it was the secondary Upanishad. Om is taken as a pratika, symbol, the sound symbol, not the written Om. Sound Om consists of 3 matras, A, U and Ma, and their similarity with the 3 padas were shown, Jagrat, Sapna, Sushupti, Sthana, and then after pronouncing Om, that the effect which remains in the mind is called Amatra or Ananta Matra, and that was equated with Turiya. And the result is same, that if through this pratika, upasana, one approaches, he gets the same result ultimately. In between, while the upasana is going on, some secondary results were told. But when the upasana gets completed, at the end of that Om, then the result is same. And that was explained in great detail by both Gaudapada and Shankaracharya. Now, a question. At the end, I told one question comes in the mind. Question means, in the beginning we were told that past, present and future, it's all mithya. Now, past mithya, future mithya, but presently we are experiencing the world. So it is difficult for a sadhak to feel that it is wrong, it is mithya. So this second prakaran is taken up, called Vaitatya Prakaran, chapter dealing with unreality. Vaitatya, Vitatha, Vaitatya, Vitatha. Tatha means as it is. Vi means opposite. So Vitatha means unreality. It is not real as it appears. That is the meaning. Ultimately it is real because it is Brahman. But as it appears, tatha vi. So that is the Vaitatya Prakaran. That simply because we experience, we cannot say that it is true. That is the theme. And now, Agama Matram, that means according to what Rishis taught, we have seen everything. But man has some reason, and he believes his own experience and applies reason on that. And that produces a stumbling block. In case of some people, those who follow the rishis, either through experience or through pratika, they go. But for some people, and Gaudapada and the Shruti is very compassionate. It does not want to leave anybody. So though your present experience contradicts the truth which Rishi is telling, that should not produce any obstacle in your path. That is the theme, next important theme. Now here, let me tell you, I have quoted Swami Shivananda or Mahaprabhuji in certain respects, that some minds are different. He is telling that my mind tells me always that the world is not there, that the world is unreal. But yet I experience it. Now this very thing works in two different ways in two different people. He says, my mind is always telling that world is unreal. This does not happen in other people. So they will say, your rishis may be telling that the world is unreal, but my experience says it is real. So for some people, it becomes a challenge or opposition. Mahaprabhuji's spurha was that, can I not get that state of the mind where I will see the unreality of the world? So there we met with Uttam Adhikari, Madhyam Adhikari, Manda Adhikari. Now the Adhikari may be Manda. That means his consciousness has not arisen so high, but he is a sadhak. He wants to realize God. And so for him, what Govt says, we have to see. So there comes the point that what you experience should not obstruct your realization. That is the theme. So now in the world we see how we experience through our mind and through our sense organs. And in the world, our sense organs can deceive us in hundreds of ways, and they are continuously deceiving us. I gave, the Vedantis always give the Rajju Sarpa example. But for eyes, you take a piece of paper, draw two lines, maybe parallel to each other. While drawing, you draw them equal. You know they are equal. Now, after you have drawn the first line, you enclose it like this, arrow, both sides. And the second line, you put like this, from the end point to divergent lines, both sides. And see whether the second line appears greater. You know they are drawn equal, and yet to eyes it appears greater. Hundreds of such experiences are there for ocular misconception. So, now in the modern world, through so many mediums, it comes to our eyes or ears. Is it all true? We can simulate experience these days. Now, another example I will give. There is TV and live TV. So, cricket match is going on. We feel as if we are seeing it live. But it's not at all true. In the previous days, when All India Radio was the only medium, then that sound waves were loaded on the electronic wave and they were reaching our ears. But not so in TV at all. A similar situation is created in that box. And we think we are directly seeing. We are not at all directly seeing. We are seeing that. So something very false can be simulated, and it is done. No, even as photos. You might have heard the word photoshopping. So anything can be created. So simply because we experience, we should not think that is real. We have to apply certain tests of reality. And if it stands in all conditions, then it is real. But with the change of condition it changes, then it is not real. So the question is, we have a set of reasoning in our mind. Other than perception, we have a set of reasoning. And Govt says, if you properly reason, then that reason will help you to understand the truth which the rishis are telling. Instead of through reason contradicting what the rishis are telling, the reason is pliable. Reason has no basis, we are told. But it can be molded in such a way to correspond with what the rishis are telling. So that is the only use of reason allowed in Vedanta, to understand what the rishi is telling. So this is what Govt is trying to do now. That we experience, but it is not true. Now, this is one point. Another important point, to reason requires so many things. Something which we know, from there to something which we do not know. That is how the reason will go. So, he has used two different methods here. One is, he has taken up dream, because now we are not attached to that dream. When we are not dreaming, we are not identified with that dream. In waking state, when we remember that dream, we can objectively analyze it. And it can be proved that it is not real. And then he will say that experience-wise, there is no difference between the waking and the dream. Because there also we are experiencing, here also we are experiencing. So though we are experiencing, it is unreal. So waking also, though we are experiencing, it is unreal. This is one method he is using. Another method he will use, that is in Karika, in the Vaitatya Prakaran, there is sixth Karika. There he will use another reasoning. Before we see something, before that it was not there. Not only our seeing, but before it was born, it was not there. And after it will die, it will not be there. So how it can be real in between? This is a more stronger reason. So he has used two different reasons to show it is unreal. He is not dependent only on the first reason. One point. Now, this example of the dream shatters many people. And in the very beginning, we have to separate something. And I told you about it during the description of Turiya. Something called Divya Swapna, the divine dreams. So, devotees, jnanis, many people of experience, they get the divine visions in dream. And they are shattered to think that it is unreal. Their whole life is based upon that. So at the outset we have to say, Govt is not talking of divine dreams. Govt is talking of the ordinary, non-divine dreams. Now another point comes here. I'll explain that. Another point comes here, that in Gautpada's or Shankaracharya's language, anything other than the absolute truth is unreal, false. But in Sri Ramakrishna's and Swami Vivekananda's teaching, Swami Vivekananda has very clearly said one thing, very clearly. We do not go from untruth to truth. We go from lower truth to higher truth. And that is what we saw also in that 4 steps. So the universal, we can say, is more real than the individual, though in comparison with the absolute truth it is unreal. And the Hiranyagarbha is more real than the gross, much more real. But compared to the Advaita truth, it is unreal. Similarly, the Ishwar Bhav. And after realization, Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda continuously tell us, after realization, man does not die immediately. Some people may die. Their all Shakti power is exhausted by they come to the reality. But those who are born with purer minds, so people are of various types. How you can equate all are unreal? So those who are born with purer minds, they realize and they come back. So one thing is clear, the mind is such that it does not remain in the same state always. So there is coming back. If we don't believe coming back, then we will not get any Vedanta. Vedanta we get only through such people who have come back and told that it is real. Unless you experience that, how we are saying it is real? So after they come back, they do perceive the world. They perceive the world as manifestation of Brahman. So as they perceive, it is not real. As we perceive, it is not real. But they perceive in a different way. We perceive cow as a cow. They also perceive cow as a cow, but they also perceive cow as a form of Brahman. And they have these 2 levels of experience to experience everything. And so their life is a blessed life. They experience this, but they are not deluded because they experience it in another way also. So there are gradations in our experience. This is a very important truth. People say, are you deviating from Gautpada and Shankar? I am following Sri Ramakrishna Vivekananda. I am following that which the Rishis also did. It is not Sri Ramakrishna Vivekananda. In the Upanishads, do we not get so many levels of truth? So, the emphasis point should not be forgotten. Shankara has laid emphasis on the absolute truth, no conflict. This level which we have, untrue, no conflict. But here to there, we have to pass through several layers, just as 4 steps. And everybody does not go through Mandukya. So it has to go through several steps. Example Swami Vivekananda has given is, suppose we are going toward the sun. And from every stage, we go on taking photos of the sun. Now we'll see very small sun, then big sun. Not so harsh light, then very harsh light. So are they not the photos of the same sun? They are not the sun, but they are photos of the same sun. So there are grades of truth. One point. Now I explain the difference between ordinary dreams and divine dreams, which I already have done during dealing with Turiya. And again here we take Mahapuruji's example. And my Guruji's example, I told in great detail. If you read the Shivananda Smriti Sangraha, unfortunately, the original 3-volume edition is no more available in Bengali. Those of you who know Hindi, it was immediately translated and published in Hindi by the Nagpur Ramakrishna Ashram. And that still is available. In Bengali, the great Swami Hiranmayananji, lot of cutting, putting he has done. In the latest edition, perhaps there is no woman devotee. So we know what I am trying to tell is, 1/3 of Mahapuruji's disciples, 1/3. If in the original 3-volume edition, there were 100 people who had written their reminiscences, 30 or 35 were people who received their initiation in dream, while they had not seen Mahapurush Maharaj. But it was so vivid that when they saw Mahapurush Maharaj, they recognized him. And on top of that, I described how my Guruji got it verified. When he was about to get sannyas, out of turn you may say, there was a murmur that we have not seen him getting mantra diksha. How he will get sannyas now? And so, they started murmuring in his ears. By the time, he had got a friend, supporter, and that was Subodhan Swamiji. So into Subodhan Swamiji and said, people are talking like this. He was little surprised. He used to call Mahapurush Maharaj as Dada, elder brother. Dada has not given you anything. He said, people are talking like this. Then you go to him now and request him. Tell him your problem. So he went to Mahapurush Maharaj and said, people are talking like this. He became very grave and said, what are you talking? In that house, near that window, have I not given you mantra? And then he said, yes, Maharaj. No, he said, he replied, O sab ganjedi ami vishwas korena. That means by smoking hemp, so many experiences come. I do not believe them. So experience in the dream state he is describing as Ganjadi. And the person who has given initiation tells him, I have given you. And he is not upset even by this challenge. All right then, sit down. Now I will tell you the mantra. Absolutely not upset. And when he told the mantra, he held his feet and said, yes, Maharaj, this is what I have received and I am doing. Verified. Now, in this regard, so many stories I told you. That is, mother who was initiated by Holy Mother used to pester him continuously. Why not take initiation from Holy Mother? Why not take initiation? Even when Holy Mother's body was burning on the fire in Berurmat, the mother is telling that boy, you say, you will repent now? You did not take initiation. Now, because he had already taken initiation he has got initiation from Mahapurush Maharaj. So how can he take initiation? But this fact is not telling his mother. And he challenged it by saying, Ganjadi Vishwas Karina. So you understand this point? I explained by telling that the man who has realized the Turiya Brahma, what is Turiya Brahma? Universal, not individual. The body may be individual. The realization is universal. And it is present in Jagruti, Swapna and Sushupti, all the three. Though beyond it, that is Turiya, fourth. Maya Sankhya Turiyam. So such a person has the capacity to enter anybody's any state. And that is how these 30, 35 people, as much as we know, were initiated by Mahapuruji in dream. Maybe that he was not officially initiating also in those days. So, that is the truth. Now, coming down, many people in the world, another example I give, remember, because these people, they are Brahman, so they are not going to die. So even when they are not physically available, Swami Ashokananda of our order got initiation in dream from Swami Vivekananda. Much after Swami Vivekananda had physically disappeared. And it was so vivid. But people around him were telling, no, you must take initiation. So he went to Mahapurush Maharaj to ask. And Mahapurush Maharaj told, my boy, I know you have been initiated by Swamiji, you don't require any other initiation. So there also Mahapurush had come, but the initiation was from Swami Vivekananda. So many examples are there of Holy Mother having initiated them in dream. One person was approaching Swami Vivekananda again and again. And finally Swami Vivekananda had agreed. And 4 people were to be initiated on a particular day. Swami Vivekananda initiated the first 3. And when this boy came, Swami Vivekananda said, no, I cannot initiate you. There is a person higher than me who will initiate you. So what is past, present and future for these people? He thought Swamiji is rejecting me. And just before or after, he got a dream that one Devi is asking him to take initiation and giving him the mantra. He did not believe. But afterwards, when he met Holy Mother, he saw it is that Devi. And she readily gave initiation in the waking state also. So, in this living tradition, there are hundreds of examples. And how can we go against that examples? Now, I will come to my gradation of truth. In comparison with Advaita, all forms of dualism are untrue. But these divine dreams are more real than our waking experiences. Because they are vivid. And they make an undeniable impression on your mind. And they lead you to reality. So, many devotees, they become distracted and they keep Mandukya aside. We don't want this. Because we believe in our divine dreams. So, I thought it my absolute duty while coming to this Vaityattha Prakaran. I told you that two different types of reason are used, but the first reason is used is dream. And through dream, we will come to tell that our waking experiences also are unreal. Is there no difference? Difference is there. The waking experiences, you may say, are more real than the dream experiences. Though, comparison to the Advaita, they are unreal. And in comparison to our waking experiences, the divine dreams are much more real in comparison. I think I made the position very clear. Especially in an organization word is not correct, in the sampradaya in which we are born, in the Sri Ramakrishna Vivekananda sampradaya which we are born, we should not get deluded by these differences. If we have some divine dream, with the help of that, we should proceed, we can proceed. Patanjali has said, the psychologist, Swapna Nidra Jnana Lambanam Va. I'm not able to meditate. I'm not able to concentrate. So he has given several alternate methods of getting mind concentrated or meditated. So he said, if you have received some knowledge in dream or in sleep, we can use that. We can recollect that in the mind and meditate on that. You can meditate on the experiences you have got in dream or in sleep. Because in sleep we have got the bliss. So, even this is a point. If we are analytical enough, that in sleep we are fully bliss. So this bliss is our real nature. You can meditate through that or through divine dreams. So, those who have some divine, now how to define? If you have seen God or form of God or these Brahmanya Purushas which are Brahma itself, then that is a divine dream. So now we can proceed. So we are not afraid of these definitions. Shankar has given a very short introduction here. because he had told about this in the Sambandha Bhashya itself. Here he says, Gyate Dvaitam na vidyate iti uktam. Final conclusion of real or unreal is that when we come to realization, there is no duality. That light should be thrown on our present experience. So compared to that light, everything is unreal. Ekameva dvitiyam. This he has quoted from Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad. That is what ityadi shrutibhya. So the final judgment is Shruti's experience, sages, Rishi's experience. We do not believe our experience as much as we believe the Rishi's experience. Agama matram tat. So it is only believing in the tradition. Agam. And that is an Agam Prakaran. So it is only as experienced by the sages. We can translate this like this. It is as per the experience of the rishis. Tatra, in that context, upapatya api, by reasoning also, dvaitasya vaitatyam shakyate avadharayitam. Dvaita in general, any subject-object experience. Vaitatyam, just now I told in the beginning, tatha means as we see. Vitatha means opposite of that. Vaitatyam means that quality. That vitatha will be an adjective. Vaitatyam means that abstract noun. Shakyate avadharayitum iti. So by reasoning also, we can understand the unreality of the dual experience. Iti dvitiyam prakaranam arabhyate. For this sake, the second chapter is begun. Vaitatyam sarva bhavanam swapne ahur manishinaha antasthanattu bhavanam samvrutatvena hetuna. So reasoning requires so many things. Now here the important word is bhava. What is bhava? Bhubhava. That which we experience positively is bhava. Maybe gross objects, maybe subtler ideas, but we see them. So sarva bhavanam, all the bhavas, all the positive existences which you experience in dream, manishina vaitatyam ahu. Those lords of the mind, not adhin of the mind, they have told that it is unreal. Whatever positive existences, the name itself tells that we experience them as real. So positive experiences. Whatever positive experiences we experience in dream are not real, that is what is told by the lords of the mind. How they reason? Reason is a faculty used to convince somebody else. So, antasthanattu bhavanam. Tu means but. Because we experience them inside. Now, is experiencing inside sufficient to tell they're unreal? This room is there, and we are experiencing table, chair in the room. Does that make it unreal? No. Samvruttatvena hetuna. Samvrutta means contracted. In the, we experience all this within the body, first point, antasthana. And in the body, there is not so much place to experience these things. So they are unreal. This is the reason. Elephant or chariot, or I had gone to London, I am eating a mango. That mango does not have a place in my body. That London has no place in my body. So because it is inside, and because of the contracted nature of the place inside, they are unreal. So this is the reason. Okay. Shankar says, Vitatasya bhavo vaitatyam. I already explained that. Bhav. Here also he has used the word bhav. Here bhav means the quality. Vitatasya bhavo vaitatyam. Vitatha is an adjective. When you turn it to abstract noun, it becomes vaitatyam. Asatyatvam iti artha. And the meaning of vitatha is unreal. Tatha means real, as it is. Here itself we can understand a little, as it is unreal. Kasya sarvesham. Now Shankar says, what is sarvesham? Bahya adhyatmikanam bhavanam. That means within the dream, certain things are dreamt and certain things are seen outside. So whether you see outside in dream, or whether you see within that dream you see something inside, all means all those. Swapne upalabhyamananam, that which is available in dream. Ahu kathayanti manishina pramana kushala. He says manishi here means those who are real experts in applying means of knowledge. Praman kushala, we should not always get proof. Praman means means of knowledge. So they are expert in the means of knowledge. And they are telling. Vaitatya hetumaha. What reason they give, that is told. Antasthana. Anta sharirasya madhya sthanam yesham. Inside means inside the body. Their place of the things experienced is inside the body. Tatra hi bhava upalabhyante. Parvata hastyadayo. Nahi bhahi sharirat. So whether we experience a mountain or an elephant, that is within this body, not outside. We feel it is outside, in dream. But now we understand that it is within the body. Tasmat te vitatha bhavitum arhanti. So they are fit to be unreal. Nanu, but the doubt comes. Apavarakadi antaha, apavaraka means room. Antaha upalabhyamane ghatadevi, jars etc. are inside the room. Anekantiko hetu. So your base of the reason is not absolute. Because if pot is there inside the room, it does not make it unreal. Iti ashankyaha, because such a doubt would come, the Gaudpaji is telling, samrutatvena hetuna iti, because of the contraction of space. Anta samruta sthanad iti artha. Inside the place is very small. Nai anta samrute dehantar nadishu, we are experiencing within the nerves of the body. Whereas Parvata Hastyadinam Sambhava Asti. It is not possible for a mountain or elephant to exist within these nerves. Nahi dehe parvato asti. Sambhava nasti, nasti. There is no possibility and it is not there. In the body, mountain is not there. Now, in this, many doubts would come and Gaudpad will go on clearing them. No, we did not experience inside. I went to London in my dream. Do you say I was experiencing that in my body? To that, Gaudpad replies, Adirghatvacha kalasya gatva deshanna pashyati pratibuddhasya vai sarvaha tasmin deshe na vidyate. He said, did you have sufficient time to go to London? One reason. Second, when you got up, did you get up in London? So you had not gone to London. You did not have sufficient time to go to London, and when you wake up, you do not wake up in London, you are waking up in your own room here. So this your feeling that you are gone outside is wrong. Shankar says, Swapna Drishyanam Bhavanam Antas Samruta Sthanam iti etad asiddham. That the things seen in dream are inside and in smaller place is not correct. Yasmat pratyashu supta udaschu swapnan pashyaniva pashdrishyate. A man sleeping in the east appears to be dreaming in the north. Iti etad ashankya. Because of this doubt, it is being told, na dehat bahir deshantaram gatva swapnan pashyati. You are not gone outside your body to see the dream. No, here also, in divine dreams, you may be carried there. You are not gone, but you may be carried there. Any proof on this? Now, Swami Vivekananda has explained that when I was sleeping in Shimula district of Calcutta, this person took me to Dakshineshwar. Now the body was lying there. So the inside of the body person he has carried to Dakshineshwar. And after giving me several instructions, put me back in my body. That is Swami Vivekananda's direct experience. So you can be taken out also. Divine dream. Yes, Math, but does not apply to ordinary dream. Huh? That you are imagining. Their mind is creating. Yasmat supta matra eva dehe deshadi deha deshad yojana shatantarite masamatra prapya deshe. In those days, to go to London, it will take more than a month. And you have just now slept. Swapnan Pashyan iva drishyate. It will appear that he is seeing the dream in London. Nachatad desha prapter agamanasya dirgha kalo asti. But to go to that country and come back, there is not sufficient time. Ato adirgatvat kalasya, adirgatvatcha kalasya, na swapnadrik deshantaram gacchati. Swapnadrik means the person who is seeing the dream does not go to another country. Kimcha, moreover, Pratibuddhasya vai sarva swapnadrik swapna darshana deshana vidyate. All people who are dreaming, when they wake up, they are not waking up in the country in which they were dreaming. Yadi cha swapne deshantaram gached, yasmin deshe swapnan pashet, tatriva pratibuddhe. Had he gone there, then he had woken up there. Na cha etadasti, but it is not so. Now Shankar is adding certain more things here. Ratro supto ahaniva bhavan pashyati. That place-wise has been told, time-wise. He is sleeping in the night, dreaming in the night, but he is seeing as if it is daytime. But he had not waited till to go to daytime. Bhubi sangato bhavati. And he has met several of his friends in dream. Yascha sangata tairguruyeta. The people with whom he had associated in dream, they should have seen that. Nacha gruyate. They say, we don't know. I dreamt you. I don't know. Gruhitaschet tvam adya tatra upalabdhavanto vayamiti buru. Yes, we had seen you there today. That is what they would have said. Nacha etadasti. That is also not true. Tasmad na deshantaram gacchati swapne. After this, as per people say pure reason, pure reason. But reason is always used to correspond with the Shrutis. And so Gautpad, after this much, has quoted the Shrutis again. Abhavascharathadinam shruyate nyayapurvakam vaitathyam tena vai praptam swapne ahur prakashitam. So in the Shruti, in the Brihadaranyaka Shruti, the abhav of the objects is told with reason. Nyayapurvakam abhavascha shruyate. Rathadinam abhav. You have seen a chariot in a dream, but with reasoning, the Brihadaranyaka has told that it was not real. It was not there. So, what we are telling, that the things seen in the dream are unreal. Ahu prakashitam. Prakashitam means clearly shown. That is what the Manish and I are telling. That because these sages have shown you with reason, itascha sapna drishya bhava vitatha yata. So, another reason because of which the things seen in dream are unreal, because abhavascha iva rathadinam sapna drishyanam shruyate nyayapurvikam yuktita shrutav na tatra ratha na ratha yoga. So Brihadaranyaka, there were neither chariots nor the horses drawing the chariot, and Nyayapurvakam. So this is the reason they are telling there. Ityatra. Dehanta sthana samrutattvadi hetunam praptam vaitatyam tad anuadinya shrutya swapne swayam jyotishto pratipadana paraya prakashitam ahur brahmavida. Prakashitam in the Shruti. Clearly told in the Shruti. That is what the Manishis are telling you. So they are telling, we have told you that inside and contracted place so unreal. Another cause is that the sages have also told with reason, so it is unreal. So we believe more in the experience of the sages. And they are telling rationally. Now comes a great jump. And this one has to understand. Antasthanattu Vedanam Tasmat Jagarite Smritam Yatha Tatra Tatha Swapne Samrutatvena Vidyate. Now in logic this is required. One example, then something else to be proved. There has to be difference, otherwise what we are proving. So there has to be difference, but there has to be some similar points. That is how logic proceeds. No? So he says, Tasmat. Tasmat says, we have seen the unreality of objects in the dream. Therefore, Jagarite. Vedanam Antasthanat. Okay. In the dream, what we had seen was inside and contract space. That is the difference. Now we are not seeing inside and not contracted place. But seeing is same. While dreaming, we took it to be real. Why? A subject pursuing the object. Now in Jagrati, a subject is pursuing the object. Tell us, what is the difference? Difference is there. So thing example and the thing exemplified, difference has to be there. Otherwise, what is the logic? So we accept that their inside and contraction was the hetu for their unreality. But what was the nature of experience? A subject experiencing the object, which appeared real. So in waking state, tell us what is the difference? A subject experiencing the object. So the main point is Dvaitam. Subject experiencing the object is called Dvaitam. We have seen that in the meaning of Advaita. So, Tasmat Jagarite Vaitatyam Smrutam. Vaitatyam you have to add from the previous karika. So, in waking state also, what you are experiencing is unreal. He is not telling waking is same as dream. Because difference is there. But the nature of experience is not different. A subject experiencing the object, this nature of the experience is not different. And this becomes the logic to say that if that is unreal, this is also unreal. So Dvaita means wherever there is a subject experiencing the object, that is unreal. Whether divine or all that, comparison to the absolute experience. Okay? So, we shall see the commentary on this next Wednesday. Om भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्रा स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवंशस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवा स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदा स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री रामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।